Hello everyone, SpudKid here over at AwuKiddoo, and today we're going to be talking about the Destiny 2 beta. Now let's just jump right into this thing by saying the intro to the game was phenomenal. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time I was playing, and the intro scene where it shows the title of the game was fantastic. Now if you don't already know, the game is about the Red Legion and how they attack the last city and take it over. The last city being the last city on Earth, as the name implies. Now the Red Legion was deployed in response to the Skyburners' distress call to attack the last city on Earth, launching a successful invasion of Earth and the last city. The Skyburners are the celestial demolitions fleet of the Cabal. They are mainly based around Phobos, seeing limited deployment on Mars. Now in the Destiny 1 base game, they are only encountered during the final phase of the Cerberus Vey 3 and Dust Palace strikes. Now the Red Legion managed to cripple the last city and devastate the Guardians, leaving them vulnerable and displaced. Right now they are attempting to claim the light from the Traveler and become Guardians themselves. Following the attack, the Red Legion began to quickly occupy the solar systems, even making an attempt to dig up the Vex ruins on Nessus, where they unearthed the ancient Vex mind, Prothean modular mind. Soldiers of the Legion utilize highly advanced technology far more advanced than that of their older scouts. Towards the end of the beta, you can see that Gull has attached something to the Traveler and activates it, causing your ghost to deactivate and you to weaken and no longer fight, or even stand. By the end, he says that us Guardians aren't actually brave, we have just forgotten the fear of death itself, which is honestly true, but we'll get into that in another video if demanded. By then, Gull has knocked our ghost off the tower and down to Earth and kicks you off the tower as well, leaving you there. That's as much as I'll say about this so far, but if you want to see the full intro, check out my other video on Destiny 2 showing the entire intro sequence and the full beta gameplay of the story so far.
Undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you.
Moving on now, the game starts you out at level 20, and as I had thought, most armor you get in the game won't really make a difference on how the game feels or change your light level either. When you start out in the game, you get to choose from the same three classes that we've all come to know and love. We've got the Titan, we've got the Hunter, and we've got the Warlock. Now Bungie has pre-made us the race and gender for the class that we pick, so we can't customize the race just yet. The Titan looks to be a human male, the Hunter looks to be an awoken female, and the Warlock looks to be an exo male. Each class plays as expected, but with a few new things added to them to spice it up. More on that in another video though. Alright, now we're moving on to the visual aspect of the game, and I have to say that the game looks absolutely gorgeous. On my first run through the inverted spiral strike they gave us to play, I found myself stopping and looking at the scenery while taking in the beautiful graphics that they have given us. I'm really excited to see what this all looks like on the PC because I'm sure, as usual, the graphics will end up looking even better than the consoles, also allowing you to play the game at a solid 60 frames per second. The multiplayer side of things were honestly more or less the same as the first Destiny, and that's not entirely a bad thing in my opinion. In the first game, I feel like they nailed the competitive multiplayer, really balanced and a lot of weapons to choose from and customize your playstyle. In the Destiny 2 beta, they did it again, but with a few little tweaks that make it that much better. They offer two multiplayer modes in this beta, and the first being Control Game Type, which is marked as non-competitive, and the Countdown Game Type, which is marked as competitive. In each game mode, you're in a fire team of 4 and are going against an enemy fire team of the same amount. In the Control Game Type, it's your typical zones game mode in the first Destiny, where you and your team are supposed to control 3 zones around the map, and the longer you control them and the more zones you control, the more points you and your team gets. The Countdown game type almost reminds me of your typical elimination game mode, only with 4 people on one fire team, and you're trying to detonate the bombs in the zone that the opposite fire team is trying to defend. The HUD of the character seems to have changed as well in the multiplayer, however, showing the time limit above the score bars for the zones that you and your team control, and below that it shows the classes that your team is playing on as well as the type variation your team's class is playing on. It also shows the official count of score that each team has and how many zones that each team is controlling. It also looks as though you don't need special ammo anymore, as my character had ammo for both her primary and secondary weapon, but still needed heavy ammo, but is now called power ammo, in order to use my sniper rifle in the game. Now who knows, maybe you no longer get a special weapon and it's just a secondary weapon that you get that uses regular ammo, but I might be wrong, and if I am, let me know in the comments section and tell me what's actually happening here. We also get ourselves a strike to do called the Inverted Spiral, taking place in the Arcadian Valley. Now the description says that the Cabal woke something deep beneath the surface of Nessus, and we need to follow them to stop their plans. What is it they found, you ask? They managed to unearth the Vex mind called Protheon Modular Mind, and your fire team is supposed to go down there and kill the mind. I honestly had a lot of fun with this strike. There was a typical platforming that's in Destiny, jumping from floating square to floating square, but the visuals they give you to look at are outstanding. There was also a part where you have to traverse a giant drill while killing some of the Red Legion, whilst avoiding the drill as it spins around, killing anything in its path. Now the boss fight took you through 3 areas while fighting, and I was honestly surprised a few times during this strike. First being the drill, second being during the boss fight, the floor disappears from underneath you as you damage the mind and you fall to the next floor, where you rinse and repeat while the boss gets stronger and while the ads multiply more and more, so you have to kill all of them as well while killing the boss. I have a video of me playing through this coming soon after this one is put up.
Hey, what's happening to the floor?
Now keep in mind though that this is still a beta, and honestly the game kind of feels like it's a redo of the first Destiny, but I feel like they managed to nail it right on the head with this redo. I love the story we have so far, the multiplayer is still as fantastic as ever, and the visuals are just gorgeous. There was a time when I was playing, however, that you could clearly tell that they are still working on the look of the game, whereas some places looked gorgeous, and the other places you could tell still needed some time to polish them up. Still amazing looking all the way around though. That being said, it is still a fantastic way to pass the time if you want to change up a little bit from your usual Destiny 1 gameplay. I am excited to do another video on the PC beta, coming out sometime next month, and I am really looking forward to streaming or playing Destiny 2 for this channel and our Twitch channel. Destiny 2's beta will be on PS4 Early Access from today through the 20th of this month, and on Xbox One from tomorrow through the 20th of this month as well. Then the open beta for all players will be open from July 21st through July 23rd. Come try it out while you still can, and maybe they'll update it frequently as the game goes by this week. Destiny 2's full game will be released on September 8th of this year on both Xbox One and PS4, and will be coming out to the PC on October 27th, a month after the console release. Keep it here with AwuKiddoo for more Destiny 1 and 2 videos coming in the near future. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or evening. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Your kind never deserve the power you were given. I am gold, and your light is mine.